说中文。
Chinese pot, Chinese pot, Chinese pot. That's the way to learn Chinese. Chinese pot, Chinese pot, Chinese pot. That's the way to learn Chinese.
Hello there, newbies. This is Chinese Pod come to you from Shanghai, China. My name is Ken Carroll.
Hi there, I'm Jenny.
And we are going places today.
Yes,
We have a destination in mind.
but now we're in a taxi.
We're in a taxi.
Yes, getting there.
Indeed, we are. So, what are we going to cover here, Jenny?
It's important to tell the driver where you want to go.
Exactly.
And for a newbie, I think it's very realistic that you write the address down on a
Yes.
piece of paper and just show the driver.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
very
so
safe
A little
way.
suggestion for if you're at the newbie level and you don't speak that much, by all means try to communicate
Yes.
with the drivers because generally they don't speak a lot of English in taxis in China. However, it's also good to have the address of the place written down in Chinese.
Yes.
Opinion, probably not,
Yeah.
or in Chinese. And here's one other little tip for you. If you're going to a street, always put the street that it's near because the taxi drivers will
Yes.
always want to know. The cities,
Yeah.
Chinese cities are ginormous, right? There's one-way systems. So if you're going somewhere, get the address, but tell them where it's near. Little
Yes.
suggestion. Right? And of course, by all means, practice your Chinese. But as you say, sometimes you don't know the particular or it's complex. You say, look, I want to go to this place, and then you hand them the address.
Yeah, the magic paper.
So that's what we're going to do today.
好
Let's take a listen, huh?
Dialogue first time.
去哪儿？
去这里。
我看一下。哦，知道了。
好。Second time.
去哪儿？
去这里。
我看一下。哦，知道了。
好。Third time.
去哪儿？
去这里。
我看一下。哦，知道了。
好。Well, that went well. Let's translate.
Indeed.
去哪儿？
Where do you want to go?
去哪儿？
Where to?
去哪儿？去这里。
To this place.
去这里。
I want to go here.
去这里。我看一下。哦，知道了。
Okay, let me take a look. I got it.
我看一下。哦，知道了。
Let me take a look. Okay, I know it.
我看一下。哦，知道了。好，
Good.
好，
Great.
好。
Interesting.
Yes.
Many cultural and linguistic things to talk about here.
Discourse.
Yeah, this is a very simple thing, but it's useful, high-frequency language.
Yes.
My suggestion always just get the patterns and the rhythm of the language down, and we give you a bit of analysis, but that's just background and stuff like that. It's really getting the patterns that count. Now, classic taxi language, where to?
去哪儿？去哪儿？
Now, but in Chinese, the actual elements are,
去哪儿
so 去 is a verb,
meaning to go,
to go.
and 哪儿 means where.
So in English, you use a preposition, you say where to.
Yes.
Right? But in Chinese, you just use the verb, go where.
对，
There you go. 去哪儿?
去哪儿？
So I could ask you, Jenny, this afternoon, 去哪儿?
去这里，
Ah,
去这里。
这里.
Wow, it's like spies talking coded language.
It
I'm
is.
not telling you where I'm going. I'm going to 这里
Here. 这里, of course, meaning here.
here.
Super simple phrase. 这里. 这里.
Yeah.
There you go. It can be used in any context that you could say the word here. So there are a million ways you could use that. But in this case, we use it with the verb
去，去。
去, which is again to go. To go here.
Yeah, because he's showing the driver the piece of paper.
Exactly. Now, if he wasn't holding a piece of paper and he said, 去这里, it would mean I'm basically where I want to be. You get into the taxi, where you want to go? Well, I'm here. Yeah. Bit odd. So you can infer that he's handing the driver a piece of paper. He's to this place. So one more time.
right.
I want to go here.
去这里,去这里.
There you go. Now the driver is really, really likely to respond with something like this.
我看一下,我看一下.
Yeah, 我 as in I. The verb to look.
看,看.
And to take a quick look, to briefly look.
看一下,看一下.
Good. And when you put it all together.
我看一下.
Now, a lot of ways you could translate this, but roughly it's the equivalent of something. Let me take a look.
Yes.
Let's see that. I'll have a look. Whatever.
Yeah. So it's also very useful when you're shopping.
A million ways you could use this.
You want to take a look at something. 我看一下.
Yeah, yeah. Or, you're asking one of the tech guys or something, oh, my computer is broke. He's going to say,
我看一下.
I'll take a look. There you go. And believe me.
That happens a lot to us.
Well, I'm certainly not going to fix it myself. I don't know anything about technology, so I'm always asking the guys, and they always say, oh,
That's
okay.
true. If I were to fix it, the situation is bad, and let me do it, make it worse.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Take it apart and not be able to put it back together again. But anyway, so that's the phrase, 我看一下.
对.
I'll take a look at it. Now, after he has perused it, he'll say,
哦，知道了，知道了.
知道了, meaning
To know.
To know.
But here it means I got it.
I've got it. Yeah. In English, that would be confusing. It would mean, I know. It would be indicate, I know where you want to go before you tell me. But here it means, it's a phrase meaning I got it, I understand it, I see it. So there you go. He said one more time.
知道了,
知道了,
知道了.
知道了. There you go. I've got it.
And of course, you're happy.
Yeah.
So you say 好,
好,
好.
好. You could also say, of course,
谢谢.
yeah, you could. Yeah. One interesting point about this is that, as John Pasden points out, Chinese men are less likely to use the 谢谢.
谢谢.
It's
Right.
just not that common. Women are more likely to use it in a situation like this. Men less so. But as a foreigner, it's up to you. I mean, generally,
In the English discourse, thank you is almost obligatory at the
Yeah.
end of the exchange. It
Yes.
might not be the way in China, but I find it's because we don't do it doesn't mean it's the right thing or
yeah, you can do it by all means. I mean, and what I found is if you do use it, people will respond
That's true.
usually quite warmly.
Yeah.
Right? So it's up
Also,
to you.
it wraps up the conversation. Just makes it sound complete, right?
Well, that's discourse again. Normally when somebody says something, we have to respond in some format. It would be weird to have one person talk in total silence.
Yes. So I guess John is somehow a linguistic maverick. He said, let's ignore discourse.
No, he's an empiricist. You see, he's observing
that's true.
what the guys do.
Yeah.
Anyway, really interesting cultural point there. Let's listen to this dialogue 3 more times.
Welcome back to another installment of Chinese Pod Trivia. And the question for you is, for what test does Chinese Pod offer preparation services for? Is it A, the polygraph, B, the colonoscopy, C, the HSK test, or D, the CAT scan?
The CAT scan?
Ooh, sorry, that is incorrect. The correct answer is C, the HSK test. That's right, Chinese Pod will thoroughly prepare you to pass this rigorous test of proficiency in Chinese. ChinesePod.com/HSK.
Dialogue, first time.
去哪儿？
去这里。
我看一下。哦，知道了。
好。Second time.
去哪儿？
去这里。
我看一下。哦，知道了。
好。Third time.
去哪儿？
去这里。
我看一下。哦， 知道了。
好。
Okay.
Well, Ken, I took a taxi a while ago, and the driver spoke marvelous English,
Did he?
French, and Japanese.
Are you serious?
Yeah. And the reason the whole conversation started was he was listening to English songs. And I said, wow, you like English songs? And he started to speak to me in English. And the reason he learned all these languages, he says he could communicate better with customers so he gets more business.
Wow.
So I think it's a very down-to-earth and a very practical way of approaching life.
That's impressive.
And language.
Well
Yeah.
done. Well done. Yeah, most drivers don't speak particularly, they don't speak any English generally.
You see, I have lived in this city for 25 years
Yeah.
and entire taxi rides, only one taxi driver who speaks marvelous English.
Wow.
So that's the odds. I guess.
Well, it's good for us and practicing our Chinese.
Yes.
Indeed. Okay, please don't forget to go to ChinesePod.com to explore this, make connections between these and other lessons. This is an exploratory format. Making connections is really doing things, making your own decisions, going after the things that interest you. That really is the key to learning.
Yeah.
And hope you have some fun there. And we'll be around on ChinesePod.com, so you might bump into us there as well.
好的 take care.
We'll see you tomorrow.
再见.
再见.
As usual, ChinesePod provides an extensive selection of learning materials for this lesson on its website, www.chinesepod.com. You can access this lesson directly with the lesson number
0946
So just go to www.chinesepod.com/0946
0946
and you will find a transcript, vocabulary, and much more. The link again, www.chinesepod.com/0946